Look at this. It's actually now at the height of this crossing of the river. It's being buffeted by the concrete roadway that goes across the river. Well, hello to you. Today is the Friday, 4th of October 2024. I have come out from my home to look at the Ping River. I can't get into town. The roads are already full and many of them are flooded. I can't get in and out, and without causing so much inconvenience to more people. This is the Ping River just south of Padet, which is in the distance you can see the leper colony, which is the McCain Hospital there, and just like that they had a flood reinforcement defence system put in, and you can see here the barrier and the walkway, and this goes all the way in to town. Little bits were not done, were not completed, but this was intended to be right up to into the city. This is McCain Hospital area, and that area is, I believe, the one with the yellow wall. That is almost complete. There's a gap right in the middle of it, and therefore they've sandbagged that. But the red wall up here, and then all the way down, and the red wall down the bottom here is what we're looking at here. This is where we are down here, and we're looking at this wall barrier that's been installed alongside the banking here, because every year the water would just erode the bank here and come into the surrounding properties. Well, you can already see that some water has come into the surrounding property already, but there are parts of the area, such as here, that have not been reinforced, and indeed further up there have not been reinforcements in that photograph, but further up towards town there have been reinforcements. So it's sketchy, it's patchy, whereby some reinforcements have been done, but unfortunately water gets off of the river trail and then finds its own way through the land. This is, by the way, the water treatment area that we visit after Loy Krathong, and indeed the rubbish from Loy Krathong comes from the weir collected up here and then transported all the way down here and dumped here. And I'll let you read this. I'll put a translated version of this on this video for you, telling you how much and how long. Right now it's at 4.9 and it is still rising, and the P67 level up in Mae Tang San Sai area is rising too. That is absolutely amazing that this amount of water is coming down now. During the week there have been discussions about letting water out of the Mae Ngat Dam, which is the source of a lot of water that comes out down the Ping, but unfortunately they weren't able to release it soon enough, early enough to get rid of it all, and they're collecting more water because it's rained for the last few days as well. So it's a disaster waiting to happen. Now, we've had rain last 2 days, and overnight it was torrential, and it's still raining a little bit now, but now and again it just buckets down and it's torrential, and you can see from the clouds around the mountain in the distance there, there is a lot of rain in these clouds, and so too everywhere around the valley. This is such a sad story because people have just cleaned up after the initial flooding that we experienced last week, and now after a few sunny days everything was drying out and people are flooded again. And you can see that the level of the water is up to the concrete on the terrace where the market is held. And normally what would happen is people would walk down steps here underneath an arch and onto the bank further on down and attend to the farm. They would have vegetables and various herbs growing in the riverbank. The water is actually crossing over the top of the bridge that we normally walk across to see the level of the Ping at this point. That is the highest I've ever seen it. That's amazing. Absolutely incredible. Just in front of us are some chairs, and that's the bank of the river. And normally there's a 15-20 foot drop to the level of the 8 months, 9 months of the year Ping level. Now, a few years ago, after the last flood, I came along this road and was astonished that they had set up a housing estate. You could see the layout. They'd laid concrete roads and put in markers for where boundaries of properties would be, and there was even a sales office over here. And this area, you could understand, was going to be flooded at some stage because it's lower. The property, the level of the land is about 3 feet down from the road, and you just knew that it was going to be a flood area. And indeed, we can see it here today. It's completely flooded. I just couldn't understand how on earth the developer thought they might build here. This little village, incidentally, is where they collect wood. They collect old buildings, rice barns and that sort of thing, and they collect old wood and they stack it outside their homes and sell it. This isn't, from recent destruction. This is how these people live. The wood that you see on the side of the road is for sale, and is for sale 365 days of a year. It's been here for many, many, many years. Come on, doggy, out the way. Sorry. And here we see people desperately trying to keep the water to the right, not allowing it to come across the road into their properties on the left. The river is about 50 metres over to the right, but it's come through their orchards and it's slowly trickling down to the left-hand side into their homes. This is desperate for people, desperate. Everybody waiting for sand, waiting for a delivery of sand to fill bags. Their bags are empty, they want more sand. People have got their homes underneath these marquees. They've bought all their possessions out and put them under these blue marquees, out of the rain. They're living on the road. Well, over on the left-hand side here you can see fish farms. These are heavily roped up to the tree that you can see there in the background, and many fish farms up the course of the river have, just like this, been destroyed by the heavy water. The fish farms are the livelihood of the people, the farmers. Obviously there's fruit farms, there's vegetable farms, but also there's fish. and they actually grow on their young, oh dear, big log coming through there. They grow on their young fish to sell, to take to market, and I've shown in other videos that I've done of the Ping River that chain that goes on here. This river is as high as I've ever seen it. It's incredible. The amount of rubbish that's coming down here is collecting at this bridge. As with all the other bridges, it finally then makes its way on down underneath and blocks the next bridge. There is a lot of rubbish still to come. I'm sure because of the many developments such as the flood prevention systems that have been put in, water is being displaced. People are referring to maps and flood levels that are 25 plus years old, of the effect of P67 on P1 7 hours later. That's all dependent upon a calculation done when. Really, what we're seeing here is, to use that word, unprecedented. This weather that we are seeing is extended rain, and a lot of it, and it's all coming to the north of Thailand and washing down. We didn't have bad weather, bad river flooding last month, because that was up in Chiang Mai and that flowed down the central rivers. This month, late September, early October, Rod Stewart, it's coming down the Ping, it's coming down the west side of Chiang Mai. So this, unfortunately, is what we're going to have to contend with for the next few days. They say the rain is going to let off from tomorrow onwards, but we've also got the rain that's already fallen, and that's on the way down. So the 5.2 that's going to be at P1 tonight, around about 2 a.m, may well still increase from that water that's still flowing down from up north. Check out my playlist of Ping River videos if you're interested in some of the locations I've shown you in this video today. Well, tomorrow I intend, at this moment in time, to go to Doi Tao. Tomorrow, hopefully, the rain will ease off and give me a chance to get up in the air. I want to go to Doi Tao tomorrow and see how all of this water is affecting the floodplain. I believe Doi Tao is now flooded, and the people who float their boats down there are making money in the middle of the water with discos and restaurants. Perhaps you'll like to join me in that video. Hopefully I can make that video. If it's raining, I'm not going to go. But you'll see then where all this water has gone to. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this video. I'm going to drive back up the way I've come, and unfortunately it's going to take a long while, because I'm going to take it very slowly through those villages which are suffering so badly. Take care. See you. Bye-bye.